I'm sitting up at a reservoir kind of near my house where I really like to come run and walk and work out in the summer outside. It's kind of the perfect mix between nature and like not necessarily having to take the hike I need to take to get into the woods. And I was sitting here thinking like, man, pretty proud of myself. Like I just kicked some serious ass. I did like 3 sprint laps around and sprint walked and felt like a fucking Matt Damon in Born Ultimatum. And I was feeling like pretty proud of myself, and I was sitting here thinking, man, I'd like to get up here at like 5 a.m. every morning. What a cool habit that would be to be in, to clear that space and have this to myself. And I was reminded of something a client said to me once, because I thought to myself, how is it that I'm like that committed that I might actually follow through on something like that, getting up at 5 a.m. to come walk, run at the reservoir. And I was reminded of something my client said to me once in an email where she was really frustrated that she wasn't following through on exercise and eating right and all this stuff. And she said to me, I'm just not sure what it will take in order for me to be as committed as I need to be. And the insight that I had and helped her understand around this was commitment isn't something that you get or something that's triggered by an external event. Sometimes that happens. Say you get in a serious car accident and you realize the value of life and you start committing to things in a different way. But for most people in change, that's not how commitment is created. So commitment is created over time. It's kind of like the statue David where, Michaelangelo was asked how did he know what David looked like, and he said, I didn't. I just started chipping away everything that didn't look like him. And commitment kind of works like that. You have an idea of what you think committed looks like in order to reach your goal. If it's, weight or nutrition, maybe your level of commitment that you think is 7 workouts a day, eating perfectly all the time and never indulging, and that's your idea of commitment. Maybe if you're a coach, your idea of commitment looks like working 40, 50, 60 hours a week. I don't know. But you have an idea of what commitment looks like in your mind, and you're asking yourself, what is it going to take for you to get there, to be that? What's this external stimulus that's going to trigger you to take that personality, that persona on? And it doesn't happen that way. You frustrate yourself if you try to wake up that committed. If everybody did that, we'd all be Tony Robbins, or we'd all be Elon Musk, or Mark Zuckerberg. That's like overnight success thing doesn't happen. You're not born committed. You chip away at it like David, and you start to create what that commitment looks like by chipping away at everything that it doesn't. So for me, what commitment doesn't look like is sitting at home watching TV when in my heart I feel like I want to be out in nature. Commitment also doesn't look like going to the gym with my husband when he asks me, because I know I'll be more disappointed if I don't come up here and get outside. So it also, there's so many things that commitment looks like and doesn't look like, and it's not always a static thing. Some days commitment looks different than it does today. Sometimes I don't feel like Born Ultimatum running around the reservoir, but commitment looks like getting up and going to a class that's not as difficult, where I have to be pushed. So notice where you've been waiting for that external stimulus for commitment to be delivered to you, and begin to chip away at it piece by piece, day by day, to unveil your David of commitment over time.